Hey guys, welcome back. Got a really quick one for you here. This is the last 2 kilometers of Alviso Criterium, and this is last lap. This is it. I am gearing up for the sprint finish. I am a bit too close to the front, though. So my first little trick here is I'm going to take a really weird line to this corner, and that is intentional. I want to lose a few places, and I kind of want to do it in a sneaky way. The timing is so important in field sprints, you guys. And I'm kind of doing the math here. I'm looking at who's in front of me. I'm looking at who's behind me. And in this case, I kind of want to take the field by surprise. I want to launch an early sprint. The reason is there isn't great control on the front. Usually when things are really fast, you want to be dropped off at about maybe 150, 200 meters to go and start your sprint. But in this case, because there isn't great control on the front, the speed isn't very high, I get that big speed differential. I get that big slingshot attack. And I hope that a sprint at about 300, maybe 350 meters to go on the final straightaway here is going to win the race, because if you can carry a bunch of speed past the front riders, it's going to be impossible for them to get into your draft, and that's going to allow you to solo in for the win. But like I said, the timing and also your position is very important here. I'm seeing that I'm surrounded by these San Jose guys, but I think there's only one of them on the front who's actually pulling, so that's the reason why the speed isn't incredibly fast. We're only going 25 miles an hour right now. Usually, if this were like the last couple laps, especially the last lap of a P1-2 race, we'd be going 32, 34 miles an hour, something like that. Inside of 1 kilometer, even faster. So this is the point at which you really have to be cautious of your position. And you see on the left there, a rider tried to contest my outside, so I used a little bit of power there just to make sure I don't lose that one extra spot, because every single position at this point in the race is incredibly critical. So this is the point. We're on the final straightaway. We're 400 meters to go. I'm about to launch the sprint on the outside, just like we were talking about. And lucky me, this rider thinks the same thing. He wants to do the exact same thing, so he launches early. I get into his draft. This is really important because he brings me up to speed while remaining in the draft. I just pile on the pressure. I still start my sprint pretty early, but I want to make sure that there's a big spike in power, and I don't allow anybody in my draft. If you look in the rear camera, there's nobody in my draft now, so if you want to close that gap, you have to be doing more power than me. This is the position that you want to be in the final 200 meters of the race. Try this in your next race. I promise it'll bring you success. Always think about your position. Always think about the timing. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.